We're gonna go eat sushi in a bowling alley. Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
Today we are headed to Splitsville Dining Room. We are not bowling. You can bowl. We are not doing that. We are going to the actual just dining room for a meal. I'm kind of excited.
We are running pretty late, so we're gonna speed through this intro section. So if you're not familiar, wet hair. If you're not familiar with Splitsville, you can go for bowling, you can go for bowling and dining, or you can make a reservation just for the dining room. They are supposed to have very good food. It's been good in the past, so it's a little bit weird that we're doing a dining review at a bowling alley, but actually, I have a feeling they're gonna be able to stand on their own. It's actually known for its sushi. I wasn't kidding earlier. Like, we're gonna probably have sushi in a bowling alley. So if you've never been, it's a fantastic spot. It's very, very fun. But yeah, try some food if you go.
This menu is very weird in that it has sushi, it has nachos, it's got burgers, it's got chicken fried rice. I mean, there's like all kinds of different avenues of cuisine here, but I'm ready for some food.
There's only one way to find out, and we may not have a reservation if we don't leave right now. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so we made it to Splitsville. They have the music blaring in here, so we're gonna try to do this a little bit closer up so the microphone can get us more than all of the music in here. But we got our drinks. I of course went with the Old Fashioned. It is a specialty cocktail on their menu. It is the 1915 Old Fashioned. There's a whole truckload of ice in there, so this is probably not gonna make my top 10, but let's give it a little stir and see how it is. See, this is why I don't like a truckload of ice, because it's already watered down, like in the amount of time that it took to bring it to the table. It's an Old Fashioned. It's not done well, so hopefully Leslie is better.
I got the spicy watermelon. I've just recently become a fan of the watermelon drinks around property, so I try them whenever I see them. This looks very interesting, and I'm hoping it's good. So here we go. It does not beat out the uniqueness of the watermelon drink that I had over at Chef Art Smith's and the one at Nomad Lounge and Tiffin's, but it's good. It holds its own. Like, it's a decent drink. So all of our food arrived. We decided that we wanted to try several different items. We did off of the appetizer menu, we got the buffalo egg rolls. We also got a fantasy roll, which she recommended, and the other one is called a super tuna roll. And then last but not least, out of the entrees, we got a tuna poke bowl. So I'm gonna try a couple, Dan's gonna try a couple, and we're gonna let you know what we think. So I'm gonna start with the buffalo chicken egg roll. What I'm loving about this is, one, it comes like split in half, and it's not like overly greasy, it doesn't look like, so I'm kind of excited about this. It comes with an avocado ranch dip, very much like that. It's got some great buffalo chicken flavor. The only thing that I would even possibly critique it on is maybe the egg roll outer part being a little crispier, but I mean, it's actually really, really good. This one is the fantasy roll, presented very pretty. We've gotten sushi here several times, and one thing that I've always noticed about their sushi is that everything is super fresh. She even said that the fish is delivered fresh daily. So I'm very pleased with that. That is fantastic.
Okay, my turn. So I actually ordered a second drink. I wanted to give them another go since old fashions are kind of a niche drink here. So I got the bourbon smash, which has mint and blackberries and some sort of, I don't know, blackberry puree in there. That's a much better cocktail. So I think if you come here, even though the old fashioned is on their specialty cocktails, like maybe lean towards their more inventive things, but that is a much better drink than the 1915 old fashioned. Okay, so my sushi roll that I'm trying is the super tuna, which has ahi tuna in it. It's got some shrimp, it's got eel sauce, a little like spicy mayo. It is weird that the really fresh sushi that you can get here is from a bowling alley, but kid you not, like this sushi here is actually really, really good. So if you come here, definitely get the sushi. The last thing we got is a tuna poke bowl. I just want to try a little bit of that ahi tuna. Again, super fresh ingredients, very, very good. I'm sure once we mix that up, it'll be fantastic. We'll be back to wrap this up here in a minute.
All right, so we have finished up our food and we will finish up at home on the rest of the ratings.
All right, we are back.
We had a really good experience, but before we get into that, if you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us. We plan Disney destinations, Universal cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts. Reach out to us over at fantasticalvacations.com.
Splitsville is a fantastic place to go just for a family get out of the resort time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, it's one of those that like, I almost feel bad rating it on like a restaurant because it's so much more than a restaurant.
Yeah.
So let's just do it and we can talk about it. Let's talk about ambiance and theming. Just sit down. It is a bowling alley at its core, but it is so much more than that. So, I mean, just everything from the bars, there are 3 of them, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs. There's bars everywhere. If you want to sit down and watch a game outside, you can pull up a chair. They've got these frozen drinks machines. It's great. Neon and lights, and again, bowling lanes downstairs, bowling lanes upstairs. You've got TVs everywhere. There's music blaring. Like, it's pretty good.
There's live entertainers outside sometimes. The last few times that we've been by, and even tonight as we were leaving, there was live entertainment outside. So and so that's an option too, that you can be sitting at the bar and watching these live entertainers. So it's really spectacular. Like, they've done a great job with the ambiance. So we gave Ambiance and Theming a 5.
All right, let's talk about service. Our waitress was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything like backstories or like really explain
Not sure if there is a backstory to
Splitsville either,
Splitsville.
she was just really solid on service. Definitely above average on service. She set us right underneath a speaker first. We explained that we were going to be recording with a microphone, and we'd appreciate not sitting just like right underneath the music. She did say pick any table that you want, and she waited on us there. It was very nice. We asked her favorite. She explained those.
Yeah, and you know, even though it's loud in there, because I know somebody will think like, well, why didn't that cut down on the ambiance and theming? It wasn't so loud that we couldn't hold a conversation, but it was like loud in the background that I couldn't hear the people at the table next to me. So that was nice. So, yeah, it was good.
Normally, loudness cuts down on ambiance and theming because it's unintentional. Like,
right.
It was loud in there because they were pumping music in. Like, that was their ambiance and that was what they were trying to create and go for, and it works for them because
it's good music.
It's a bowling alley and a restaurant and a bar all wrapped into one.
Back to the service. She did great, kept everything refilled and asked us if we wanted more drinks and so on and so forth. So we gave her a 4.
So drinks, we thought the drinks were not good at all, to be honest with you. So even with all of the bars and the outside, like what looks to be a great bar, like I think they were more focused on party drinks. So like,
and I wouldn't say like not good, but just not anything that I would want to go back and get more of.
Not craft cocktails, not like...
They were just totally average.
They were just, I mean, you know, I guess good drinks for a bowling alley. Right, so sure. but she mentioned like a Miami Vice once, which is a frozen blended drink. I mean, you can see those frozen blended drink machines outside. Hello, and you know they had some custom or specialty cocktails, and they were just I guess good for a bowling alley, which is not good drink-wise compared to the amazing bars and restaurants that are all around Disney Springs and on Disney property.
Especially considering that the restaurant right across the street or across the walkway, Jaleo, has the absolute best margarita that I've ever had in my life. So
yeah, so my old fashioned was below average. My next drink that I got, the bourbon smash, I think it was called.
You said it was better.
It was better. It was like average. Yours?
Yeah, both of mine were average. I mean, they were the spicy watermelon, the drinks at like Chef Art Smith's and Tiffin's and Nomad that are watermelon, blow that one out of the water. But it was fine. Like, it was good. It was decent. And then I had a guava lemonade that was tasty at the end. So that was, I wasn't a huge fan of it until I squeezed the lemon in and kind of mixed the mint in there too. And then it kind of brought all that flavor out.
Once I remade it myself, it made the drink better. All that to say, we just thought the drinks were straight up average. We gave them a 3.
Yep, food. So, I mean, the sushi here is legit.
Pretty legit. I mean,
which sounds so weird.
It's weird. It's not as good as Morimoto Asia, so don't think it's like elevated sushi. But again, it's a bowling alley, and they have really, really fresh fish and good sushi.
Yeah, and I mean, it's loads better than like grocery store sushi.
Oh yeah.
Or like Epcot Festival booth sushi.
I mean, I could make sushi better than Epcot Festival sushi. So, like, what are we talking about here?
Anyway, it was super fresh. I think I said it on the video whenever we were in the restaurant, but our waitress did tell us that they had the fish delivered fresh daily. So, I mean, and you could tell, like, the ingredients were definitely fresh. We got basically 3 sushi items because we got 2 sushi rolls and then the tuna poke bowl. And then we got the egg roll, buffalo chicken egg rolls, which... That, and then combined with previous experiences that we've had with like pizza and burgers and sliders and stuff like that.
Nachos, we've had the nachos in the past.
All of that, I say, is like typical bar food is what we kind of decided. And then, but the sushi is kind of, it elevates the food score because of the freshness and what they're doing with it.
Yeah, if they didn't have the sushi, I'd say the rest of the stuff, I mean, probably 3 to 3.5, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
But I think the sushi elevates it significantly. So we gave overall food score a 4.
All that added together is a 16. So Splitsville gets an overall score of a 4, which I think is a really great score for Disney Springs, especially with all of the amazing choices that you have whenever you go over there.
Yeah, bottom line, go to Splitsville for the bowling, for the ambiance as far as like if you just want a place to like watch a game, have a couple beers, like enjoy like a bar scene or maybe the outdoor entertainment, and then get sushi. So go for the bowling, go for the entertainment and ambiance, and go for the sushi.
Yes.
Don't expect custom craft cocktails and don't expect like gourmet steaks or anything.
Yeah.
So.
If you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.